I've been reading. I'm a Jesus girl. Hey, I'm a Jesus girl.
Happy Wednesday, guys. I hope you are having a fantabulous day. I hope this week up to this point has been rocking this entire planet. But if not, y'all know our motto. We grab those things that we're grateful and thankful for, because we understand that flipping through the Rolodex of our mind, grabbing a hold of something like that will shift our mood and our attitudes. If you shift the attitude, you shift the behavior. If you shift the behavior, you shift the environment. And then, yeah, it is a good day in the neighborhood indeed. Remember, don't let nobody kill your vibe or steal your joy on no day of the week. Your responses, your reactions, and your attitudes is your responsibility. You control that. So do what it is that you do. Do that thing that only you can do. Have a good day. Shake the haters off. It's alright. So, burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Have you ever been rolling and you seen a field, on the highway, and it's like all black, like it's been set on fire? Well, found out that's called prescribed burning. And they do this, my farmers, they do this prescribed burning to improve the health of the field for the crop they want to sow. So they burn this field to get rid of the weeds, the flower, the stubble, and all that, so that it will improve the soil, the ground for the new crop that they want to plant. It's called prescribed burning, and it improves the health of the soil. So you already know where I'm going with this. We need to do some prescribed burning, y'all. We need some relationships to burn, baby, burn. We need some tendencies to burn, baby, burn. We need some mindsets to burn, baby, burn. We need a prescribed burning. And we need this prescribed burning because we have a tendency, y'all, to recreate memories. We have a tendency to recreate events and situations, recreate things that's going on, not as they actually are or were, but as we want them to be. So the health of our fields, minds, relationships, environments are toxic because we are romanticizing our pain. We believe, our heart wants to believe the outcome that we wanted, even if that's not actually what happened. And so what happens is we can get caught up and stuck in things because we are not actually seeing them how they truly are. And so some stuff, y'all, they say you don't burn bridges. Some bridges you need to burn. You need to cut it. You hear me? In this case, you need to burn it. And there's a reason I'm using burn, because there is a beautiful promise about that. But understand, romanticizing our pain and changing the narratives and changing the scripts of what actually is to what we want, because it's more palatable, because it's more easy, because it's easier to deal with. This is what we do so that we won't have to be a participant in our own healing or participant in changing things that need to be changed. We allow folks to be in our life who shouldn't be, things to go on that we shouldn't, because we are romanticizing, we are recreating the situation, events, and relationships. And so you ever seen someone and they're just getting berated by their friend or their significant other, or perhaps parents, and they just getting berated, and then they will tell you, oh, this person is the greatest thing since sliced bread, or oh, this is the best mom ever, or oh, this is, they run around singing a hallelujah chorus with unicorns and in poppy fields, and you're like, oh no, that's from hell. Do you not see what actually is going on here? Like, in what world, what universe are you? Because obviously you're not here, because this right here is not okay. But you find that the person is happening to is like, it's nothing. That is because they are recreating, they are shape-shifting things to fit what they want to happen, not what actually is happening. And so we have to burn some of those tendencies away. We got to burn those bridges, and I'll tell you why. Because if those bridges are allowed to stand, y'all, people that mean us no good will use those bridges to get to us. People that are actually kryptonite to us, to our Superman, will actually use those bridges and keep us more stuck and more entangled and more caught up. There was a meme I seen a couple years ago that said, the reason that you don't like me is because your demons get irritated by being around me. There's some truth to that. Sometimes you have to burn a connection, because that person irritates, agitates your demons. And by demons, I'm using demons, that's a spiritual word, but they agitate your issues. They agitate those weaknesses. They agitate the worst of you. They agitate the little girl, the little boy, the little abused boy, the little abused girl. They agitate you with your daddy or mama issues. They agitate those things that are the vulnerability of you. They're strictly here because they want to agitate that, to put you in a weakened state, so that then they can dominate and control you in this relationship, in this connection, in this tie. And so that's why some stuff ain't no just a goodbye. Some stuff you got to burn it, baby, burn it. You got to burn that bridge, because as long as that bridge is available, that's going to give them access to you. And we are working on some things, y'all. We're trying to be participants in our own healings, and not even if you just got to heal, everything about healing, but to become the highest versions of ourselves, to do better every day. We're in competition with the who we were yesterday. The competition is not against anyone else. The competition is with yourself, trying to be better than you were yesterday. I'm trying to be better today than I was yesterday. And so there are some things and people that are actually out to ensure that you don't do that. And so you got to burn, baby, burn those bridges. We need to be participants in our own healings and in our own betterment. This is something no one can do for you. You cannot expect someone to come and make it better. You can't depend on people. Though people can support you, though you got friends, you got homies, sister girls, banging villages in circles. There are some things that is for you and you alone to do, and this is one of the ones. So you got to be honest. You have to stop recreating events and memories as you wanted them to be, and be honest and truthful, and look at the real. Sometimes, y'all, we gonna stay exactly who we are, stuck in the things we want to get out of, because we will not do the prescribed burning to burn what needs to be burned. If you are always in pain, if you are always sad, if you're always lonely and you're always depressed, you're always anxiety ridden, and I'm not talking about the clinical things or even seasonal things, or even because we're in a whole pandemic, there is low-key depressions. I'm talking about there is no out, there is no hope You can't see past this. You can't see it changing. You can't get out. You don't know how to get out. You feel stifled. You feel trapped, but you don't see a way out. Those are things, y'all, we've got to burn it, baby. Burn it to a crisp. So, stop romanticizing your pain. I can remember, have you ever had a bad breakup? And by the time you get done with that thing, you done messed around and made this cat or this chick out to be the best thing since sliced bread, and they were Satan's spawn. They were awful. But you have romanticized your pain to make it bearable. You have to stop. There is a fear that is running rapid, that is not allowing us to see things as it actually is, because we're scared. Then we will end up alone by ourselves, or then we will end up in so much struggle and pain we won't be able to make it. That's a lie. And the ending of this is just a thought. I just want y'all to think about this. We just talking. There's a scripture that I love so much. An assurance that if you burn it, baby, burn it, there's going to be something for you. It's in Isaiah 61. I love it so much. I love the whole chapter, but 61 verse 3 assures us that God will give you beauty for your ashes. When you burn something, what's left? The ashes. God says, it's okay, baby girl, burn it, because those ashes I'm going to use to give you a crown of beauty. Boy, homeboy, don't trip. Brother man, don't trip. Burn it. And I'm going to those ashes, I'm going to make it a crown of something beautiful. But you will never get that crown if you are so tied to that thing that you know you need to burn up. And so whatever that is, be it a relationship, be it a connection, be it a tie, be it something you're doing, it's something inside of you, or something around you, y'all, burn some of these bridges so they can't never, ever come back. If every time you're around a person or a thing and you get irritated and agitated and it's just awful, that's something you need to really consider. What's really going on? Are they am I agitating their demon, or are they agitating some of my issues? Because if that's the truth, you need to burn it, baby, burn it. And it's okay, y'all. It's okay to let go. Don't be scared to let go. Don't be scared to burn it up. This burning is legal. This is a prescribed burning, because this burning is going to actually then pave the way for you to have good ground, good things around you, atmosphere and environment, so that beauty, that good thing can come to you. But if you have something that filling the place of that, you will never get that. If you are having a place filler, if you are having a random, if you're doing that, then you are actually blocking your own blessings. Don't block your blessings, baby. Burn it, baby, burn it. Okay? All right. So, anywho, we are now going to flip over to Ask Pastor Payne. Remember, you can post in a comment a question you would like for me to answer, or DM me. I'll answer, and you will be my next, you can be the next video guest. I will get you in. It might not be next week, but I'm going to get you in to be my video guest for Ask Pastor Payne. It's Ask Pastor Payne anything. There's nothing that I won't give it a whirl. Nothing's off limit. It doesn't have to be just a spiritual or faith-based question. It can be anything. And let's deal with it. So, y'all have a wonderful rest of the week. Love you guys. Your biggest fan. I'm praying love, peace, and joy for you. And, of course, endurance for the struggle. You can make it, because you that chick, you that dude, you were built for this. Remember that.
Hi, Pastor Payne. Thanks for taking my question. My question is, if you could go back and tell something to your 25-year-old self, what would you tell her? And then also, if you have a word for people who are in their early and mid 20s now, this year in 2021, what would that word be?
Thank you so much, Marissa. Girl, you made me go back and dig deep, girlfriend. But I absolutely love this question. She said, if I could go back, what would I tell to my 20-something-year-old self? If I could go back, what would I tell my 20-year-old something self? I'm going to back into this because there's a second part to the question, and that second part is, what word for folks in the mid to early 20s would I have? What would that word be? What would the encouragement be? So the second part of the question, what word for folks in their mid to early 20s would I have? What would that word be? What would that encouragement be? So I'm going to back into this one. So I would say the word I would have for you, you'll understand why I'm backing into it in a minute. The word for I would have for young 20-somethings is this is the age when you are more than likely going to experience your very first great loss, your very first real setback. This is where you're going to experience the consequences of your very own actions. Like, you're gonna be wherever you're at this point in your life, it will be because of choices you made. And so this is actually when you first experience a great loss, pain, hurt, or setback, disillusionment, discouragement. This is probably when you're going to say, hey, things are not working out the way I wanted them to. So I would tell 20-something Champagne, because that is when I experienced the biggest loss of my life. I would tell her that this does not define who you are going to become. This is not going to define who you are going to become. Because you had this great loss, this pain, this delusionment, this discouragement, maybe had to shift gears on what you wanted your future to be, your goals. This does not define you. And so don't make decisions, lifelong decisions, based upon this loss or this great pain. You can't know this now. You can't see this now, but this is just a season. And so you don't have to become what's going on around you now. So I would tell her, do not define yourself by what is going on in your life right now. Life is just starting. You will have many more. You know, this is just the first one. It seems like it gonna kill you. You're not gonna recover. So I would tell her, do not define yourself by what's happening right now in your life. The word of encouragement I have for the mid to early 20s, the word I have is go big. Go big. Do not lose your enthusiasm. Do not lose your excitement. Do not lose those goals and those dreams just because it's hard and it is probably not looking like you thought it would look once you got to this point. That's okay. You are in the midst of a process that's going to be lifelong. There are so many lessons you are going to have to learn that can only be learned by life circumstances and situations. And so just know life is a continuum. This is not how it's always going to be, y'all. So we need you guys to show up with all the exuberance, with all the ideas, with all the creativities. Don't let nobody steal that fire. Don't let anyone steal your thunder, even if it is not looking like you think it should look. That's okay. Give it some time. Things is going to change. And the second thing, the word I have for you, look here. The majority of us, not all, the majority of us are not with the person that they were with in their mid-20s. You cannot create a life based upon another person. You have to build a life based upon you and how you want your life to be. Do not put all your eggs in the basket of another person, because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, you will not end up with this person. There is exceptions to every rule, of course, but boo-boo, it's probably not going to be you. And so please don't put your dreams, don't put your goals, don't put anything you want to do on hold based upon being with another. If you have to give away and throw away your goals and your dreams, if you have to become something you're not, that is not the person for you. That's not your person. And so that is a word I would give for my mid to early 20s. We are waiting on y'all. We are depending on y'all. No pressure, but we don't need y'all to do this thing, because you are the future. Imagine the world that you want to see and do and be that. See the problems that you know we didn't deal with? It's your turn. We're handing the baton to you. It's game on. Run your race and change the face of what you see, what you want to happen, what you see, and those things that are not right. And then introduce things, new things that you know we need that we don't know we need. We love you guys. I am praying for you. I am so excited for our future because it is in your hands. Get to God in your life, because that'll be a friend to the end who will never leave you. Get your priorities straight and watch. Your life is going to be fantabulous. I'm rooting for you. Your biggest fan. Do what you do. Do that thing only you can do. And we'll be here for you. Y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful rest of the week.
Girl,